Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here. And well, I've washed my hair. It's wet still though. It's very wet. But finally, not that it was that, it wasn't that bad. But I mean, it's been worse. Did I really need to own up to that? Anyway, it wasn't minging. It was just getting there. A little bit like you couldn't really show it, you know, ponytail job. Bad hair day. That's how it was getting. And finally, shower is now okay to wash hair. Couldn't do it yesterday because we couldn't use the bath. I mean, I used it in the morning, but for a quick shower before they came. But after they'd done their stuff, we couldn't put any weight in the bath until all of the mastic around the outside had dried. And that's where my shower is. So, you know, I'd luckily had my shower, but it's today. I washed my hair for the first time in there, so that was cool. And what I've been doing today, I did my winners videos that I was a bit behind on. Well, I'm not that behind, but you know. And so I did those, and I did a little giveaway for that calendar that oopsie, here we go, this one that I did yesterday on the Open With Me, and said a bit hot in here actually. Just bear with me, have a little look at that while I struggle to put my fan on. I have to go and turn the heating off in a minute. Hello, are you going to work? Yes, finally. It's a bit slow. No, it feels. So yeah, where was I? Oh, a little bit better. Just need to turn it, excuse me. There we go. Goodness gracious, I'm all right now. I've got my tea in my congratulations on reaching 5k cup, and I'll put that somewhere safe so I don't spill tea on it or anything. Over there will do. Yeah, anyway, so what have I been doing today? Moving into the bathroom, that's what I've been doing. There's a cupboard now under the airing cupboard which I've put stuff in, and I've put the medicine cabinet isn't as big as the one we had, so not all of them are fit. And to be honest, there's things in there I can take out, like my shampoos. I can put them in the drawers and the cupboards. So yeah, it's just finding places for it. That looks so fat, doesn't it, this hair? Hang on, let's see if this will help. There we go. It looks a bit better. Yeah, it needs sorting out. It's not quite dry. Oh yeah, so at the moment my dining room table is just full of products, and I've thrown loads away, and there's stuff that I want to give away, but there's mostly things that I've thrown away are just a bit old, you know, or medication that I won't use. Like there's one thing I do use, and it has to be an ointment. If it's a cream, it's just no good. It's not fit for purpose. So I've got lots of them that they'd given to me that were creams. They're all going in the bin. But, you know, I've looked and I haven't got any ointments. So they've gone back to the bad old days of giving me the wrong one. So I'm going to have to make sure when I do my repeat prescription, they give me the right one, because I'm very low. So, yeah, the table's full of junk. Gary's not going to be liking that, but I want him to sort of see if he wants any of it as well. But some of it's just not going to go back in there because it's too tidy now. You know, back in the day, that room was the shelves and there were stuff was galore on them, but it's tidy in there, and you know, don't really want it to not be. So let me do this before we forget. We know what today is going to be. Just looking at Double Grogu Day. That was a nasty surprise. Double Grogu Day. Because we've already seen tomorrow's. It's the weekendy one. Nah, we'll just stick with this one. Look how cute he is. Oh, those ears. Oh, I remind myself of the advert with the grandchildren. Oh, I forgot I pulled it out by mistake. I'm not gonna know. Oh, this is a nightmare. Ooh, how am I gonna find it? there was a, when I looked, oh hello, it did look like that had been opened there, but so does that bit. I don't think we're that far in, so let's go there and see. My 3-year-old's favourite toys. Yeah, that's an old one, isn't it? Mine was stumbling over piles of shoes. That was recent. Yeah, I found it. Woo, woo. Okay, we're on page 99, just in case I'm accidentally do it again. Things you could say to your teenager, or things you wish you could say. If I thought you were going to be like this, I would have sent you back when you turned 12. I'm proud of you for being such a responsible driver. I read your diary and quite frankly I wish it was a little more exciting. We'll never talk about why I found a used condom in your coat pocket, ever. Not even on my deathbed. Ew. Just saying. That's a stinky pocket, that would be, wouldn't it? Oh. Oh, I can't get it out of my head now. I know kids are quite disgusting, especially with cups and stuff you find under their bed, you know. Yeah. Things growing in cups, you know, that they've hidden. And every now and then you just go in and muck the stable out. I remember that, yeah. Half-eaten things. Ugh, festering. Nice cup of biscuit tea. So, yeah, I had planned on getting a lot done today. Didn't really happen. I found myself quite tired, but then you see I was really tired last night, as usual. It's like become a bit of a thing. And I was watching the soaps after Gary went to bed, and I thought I'm not going to last, really not. So I kind of thought I'll go to bed. And as I walked in here, the computer drew me to it like a tractor beam. And so one was live, and I thought, oh, I'll have a little go in, because I mean I was working on the computer and then I noticed it, so it wasn't like I went to bed that late. And I stayed in there for a little while, but I was so tired, and then I went to bed, and guess what? Couldn't sleep. You know why? Because I've been really wheezing, really, really badly. The loudest wheezing that I've ever done in my life, even when I had some awful disease and COVID or, you know, bronchitis. I never wheezed like that. I'm kind of laying there and it's going like that, you know, really loud, and there's not a chance I'm going to sleep. So I dug out my preventer and my brown one and my blue one. I never know which one's which. You've got like a reliever and a preventer, and I never take the preventer. So I thought, right, you're gonna have to start doing both again. God, I'm terrible, I really am. You know, when they say to me, are you using it? I go, oh yeah. You know, they do the asthma check, and they, oh, have you been using both? Yes. How many puffs? 2. I change it up sometimes. 1, you know, just so they know I think I'm telling the truth. But yeah, truth, I can't remember. That's the truth. And anyway, but it takes it being bad for me to actually remember. So I was going to do it this morning. Did I do it this morning? No, I didn't. I'm not trying to sleep, so it's not bothering me. But you know, you're meant to do it night and morning to get the ultimate relief from it. So perhaps I'll go in there and do it in a minute. I know it's not morning anymore. It's actually nearly 4 o'clock. But still, better late than sausages, I guess. Anyway. Yeah, why do I lie? You know, why is it? Why do I lie to her? If you've been using it, yes. How many puffs? 2. I do it all the time. Why? We're scared of them, aren't we? Scared of being told off. You should be using it. You know, and all that. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Perhaps. Anyway, I know it would be better if I did. So I got it out, and I actually got to sleep after I did it. So that's why I've got a bit of a deep voice this morning. It's not totally like gone, but it is deeper. And that's why. Even though I've got one of those, they look like a goldfish bowl that you have to stick it in one end. What are they called now? There's a name for it. I don't know, I can't remember. But I've got one anyway. And it stops that dust from hitting the back of your throat, because that always used to be a bit of a bugbear, especially when you're ill. You know, you might have a bit of a tender throat, or you're getting ill. That's the last thing you want, is that, if you're not used to using it all the time and you suddenly start, it's like it delivers things that are going to make that worse right there where it doesn't need to be. Anyway, so use this. Oh, it's got a name and I've just totally forgotten it. Thingy. And yeah, that's the official name now. Thingy. And the finger, of course. I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, enough of my ailments, of which there are many, I have to say. You know you're getting old, don't you, when you're full of ailments? When you go to you go to the pharmacy and you bring home your medication in a carrier bag, not just one of them little bags with a box inside, like this big. You get a carrier bag full of stuff. Yep, that's how you know. And then, you know, your bedside cabinet that used to have all your accoutrements of beauty on there, now what do they got? Creams, tablets, inhalers. Oh, with the thingy. I can't remember the name. Mind you, they used to be like big balloon things, but they're like little tubes now. And you stick it in one end and you... I can't remember what it's called, but I need another one actually, because you're only supposed to keep them 6 months. I like to have 2 of those. I like one from a brown one and one from a blue one, because it's just a pain in the butt. Keeps switching them out. Makes the orifice baggy. You don't want a baggy orifice. Oh my word. It's too much for a weekend, Trace. It is. I'm going to have a slurp, calm myself down. What else? Let me think. I was going to do a Boggy Creek thingy, whippy video, but I got stuck into sorting out toiletries and old medication and things that should go in the medicine cabinet. Well, I've got like a first aid kit. Gary put it together. It's quite a good one. So I put an eye bath in there earlier that was knocking about, and so now I've got some micropore stuff which needs to go in. Probably all out of date, you know. How could it go out of date? That's what I want to know. It's in a sealed packet, you know. It's not like, you know, anything can contaminate it, is it? I don't understand. But it does. It goes out of date. And, you know, people like Gary have to chuck them away all the time for the ambulance service. Toned it down a little bit. It's getting a bit parky now. So I've got my little light on. Something's gone a bit wrong with this. I've noticed it kind of leaks a bit of water, you know, this thing. I got it because I thought it looked really nice. But you know what? It doesn't, because you can't really see it. That's how it looks. But unless it's right slap bang up against... It doesn't look like that. It just looks like a blur. It looks like a big lighty blur. So I just keep it on the windowsill. Adds a little bit of light and ambiance. A bit of ambiance in the room. Probably gives the cat next door something to look at out the window. And it makes nice patterns on the ceiling as well, which you can't see. But it adds to the ambiance. That reminds me of Mickey Flanagan. That's why I said it in that way, because he did a sketch or a comedy routine where he was talking about the ambiance. Anyway, what am I talking about today? I've gone into one of the funny moods, haven't I? Sorry and all that. But what else have I got to tell you? I haven't uploaded my new scissors and stuff to my website yet. I will do that. I mean, I have some. I've got the, I mean, obviously I've had the guitar scissors for a long time. and they're all uploaded, but not the new quantities. Oh, and Kay, if you're watching, I have found another ball of that yarn that you were after. And so with your 1 and my 5, that's 6. It's probably enough for your throw. I know you was going to get the other to, you know, what I did have to do a scarf or something, but I think you might have enough in them now. So yeah, I brought one in when I was doing the showing of the Christmas yarns. That's what it was. So yeah, I think I've uploaded it. I've updated the stock count. The trouble is, you see, I bring them in, I do a stock take, and I don't remember the ones that I brought in until I take them out and think, oh, there's more. Yeah, it needs to be a bit more. I think if I was to do the videos out there, it would be easier. But, you know, I've really messed my recording area up. I used to have a lovely little nook up the back with the mannequin, with the thingy on, and, you know, a sideboard behind with stuff and my Crochet Rocks sign. And it was all pretty and stuff. And I was thinking of, you know, my Christmas tree's buried under there somewhere. It's in a box, obviously, but it's in that corner, which I can't get to. And so I'm going to have to dig that out at some point. But I had all that on display last year, and a nice Christmas tree behind me. And I'd been kind of the idea of making some baubles and stuff like that. And what have I done this year? Completely hidden the whole thing by gigantic boxes of yarn. But I have been making room for new, and since I've been doing the Black Friday, I'm almost out of Woolcraft. You know, it's really beautiful yarn, but I'm almost out of Woolcraft, and that freed up 2 big boxes. So the chromatic that I really love, I've managed to put all of that in one of them. And so the little bit of, I've got to go and do a little bit of stock take, because I think on the computer it's not showing all of the Woolcraft that I do have. I know that some of it's mine out there, so maybe I'm just getting a bit confused, but I'm going to go and sort that out at some point. It's getting dark already. We do lose the light so quick now, and they reckon as well that the temperature's going to plummet. We're going to have a real cold spell, and it started today that it's colder. I know it's colder because Fluffy, she's kind of getting a bit confused. What was happening was I was taking her out a wet food pouch every morning and giving her breakfast on the decking as a wet food pouch, because I had some left over. They'd just been knocking around the conservatory, and I thought, well, I'll give her those. I'll let her have them. So she loved it. And normally speaking, she has I-ams, you know, and she'll have that in a bowl for when she gets in after a long day of doing cat stuff. Anyway, now she thinks if I sneak in and I go out, she'll bring me another pouch. So she does this all the time. She just keeps going round and coming in and then meowing at the back door to go out, and thinks like, get the pouch on the way, you know. And I'm like, no, you've had it. You've had today's. Don't be a piglet, you know. She sort of looks at me as if to say, you forgot the pouch. I think she just would like eat your day if I let her, you know, when it comes to stuff that she... But she went off it. That's why I switched it up, because she stopped eating the wet food. She didn't like it, and it was upsetting her tummy at the time. So I put her on the I-ams. Thought she wouldn't like it because, you know, she's getting older, teeth ain't what they were. But she was fine. So now it's like, I want the wet food. You know, I'm fed up with that stuff. I want the wet food. But, you know, it's a pain buying all those pouches. And I'm just buying the odd box, and I'll go give her one for breakfast. She's such a finicky cat. She really is. She's fickle. Aren't cats all fickle, though? I think they are. Look what I found. Oh, they're not very poppy. Oh, they're disappointing. Hang on. They kind of do pop without any sound. Oh, that one had a little pop. What is the point to these? Seriously. What? Oh, they're mega disappointed. I'm gonna have to go find some that do pop now just to satisfy me. Anyway, Gary be in a sec. I better go and tidy the table up just a little bit, make it look like there's some sense behind the, you know, onslaught of stuff. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have a good weekend, by the way. Don't forget, if you want to enter the giveaway for that amigurumi calendar, it is a lovely one. It's just going to be wasted. I mean, I would put it up. I've got a Grogu one up here that's nearly out of date. I think it might even be last year's. Not sure. But, and I've got one behind that, which is probably sort of Australia, because I don't take them down. I just put a new one on top. So I could put it up there, but I feel like all those patterns, that someone should love them and want to make them all, or at least some. And that would not be me, you know. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Tomorrow, Super Sunday Fun Day giveaway. Hang on. Bear with me a sec. I thought I got it wrong for a minute. So hang on a minute. Today for you. See, this is what threw me. Because I'm saying tomorrow and I'm thinking, hang on, this is Sunday's video. Because today is your tomorrow. No, my tomorrow is your today. I sound drunk. I don't drink. It must be the tea. Hang on a sec. No, I didn't sneakily put any. But yeah, that does sound like, somebody said that sounds like a, what was it? A song. Sounds like a song. You know, my today is your tomorrow. It'd be a country song, I think, if it were a song. And my yesterday is your today. Yeah. Anyway, I'm off. Well, you probably suspected. You probably suspected that all along. But yes, I'm going, and I will see you tomorrow. And for my giveaway, I might do the WIP video for Monday. I guess it depends. I've got a lot of packing to do tomorrow for orders, and it might not get them all done. But they'll either go Monday or Tuesday. Thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.